I'm B. Warner from Exaactly, and we are an intelligent addressing solution. So just want you all to think about your typical day for a second. This looks somewhat like mine, very chaotic and certainly dynamic. So when it comes to online shopping, of which 80% of the population turned their hand to last year, how do you ensure you're at the right place of your delivery at that moment it arrives? Well, we often aren't, and that's why we receive the dreaded failed delivery note. So in the UK, 12% of deliveries fail first time, and it costs the industry nearly £1 billion. And there are really three key players that this affects. So firstly, the retailer. A negative last mile experience massively damages their brand loyalty, but there are also all these hidden costs of customer goodwill, such as vouchers and refunds, and even for them to take a customer call can turn a once profitable customer into a loss-making customer. There's then the carriers themselves. It's clearly time and cost inefficient to redelivery, and it can affect their NPS score, which they use to win further retail business. And then there's us, the consumer. I'm sure you've all felt the disappointment when you've come home and your parcel is not there. So that's why we've created Exaactly, an intelligent addressing solution that enables consumers to provide their data upfront in a retail website, acting as one source of truth, tying up the retailer, the carrier, and the consumer to ensure delivery success. How we do this is by allowing you to save down features such as street views, safe places, neighbor preferences, a pinpoint of your exact delivery entrance, all in one Exaactly address, which is short, memorable, and secure. You can then use this across multiple retail platforms. So we like to use the analogy of PayPal, where you enter your card details once and you use it multiple times, meaning you don't need to put this information in more than once. How this then visualizes to the driver is either through our driver app or an STK that they can pull through to their manifest. So today we're focusing on the functional element of addresses, but tomorrow we want to take dynamic one step further. So when you move house, your address moves with you, but we want to actually start pulling through people's phones, GPS, and their car as a validated delivery location at a retail checkout for the ultimate on-the-go convenience. What we've been up to this year, we spent our summer in JLab, so John Lewis and Waitrose incubator, where we ran pilots with Waitrose in their own delivery fleet and Waitrose specialist shops with Yodel fulfilling the deliveries. They were a huge success. Drivers scored us 10 out of 10 on their NPS, and we had a brilliant environmental benefit where drivers were no longer circling around trying to find their drop points. Last night, we were in the final of Pitch at the Palace, so final 12 companies, and we actually came 5th overall in the competition. And earlier this week, we were also nominated at the Penrose Awards Top 50 Innovative Companies in the UK. The market we're exploring is massive. E-commerce clearly in double-digit growth, and the UK is the second most advanced market in this space. The carrier industry in the UK is worth over £7 billion, and there's loads of innovation in this space, from autonomous vehicles, drone delivery, and connected cars. But one area people are not so aware of is data. And Royal Mail sell their address file in the UK via 250 resellers, and it's worth £130 million a year. Completely not innovated for decades. So we really want to provide the most rich database available to the market. The verticals that we're targeting are retailers, what we call data processors in the intermediary, and couriers. And we've spent this year connecting into courier systems in the background. One that I'll mention in particular is Zebra, who own 80% of hardware in the UK, which couriers use. And so in the new year, we'll actually be rolled out onto over 80,000 devices. Earlier this year, we raised £250,000, and next year for us is all about launching to retailers with a further raise at the end of next year. We've got a brilliant team with a background in sales, marketing, product, and tech, working at companies such as P&G, McKinsey, and also on-demand delivery startups, Pedal and Swished. And we've got a brilliant advisory board across legal, strategy, sales, and the address market guru herself, Jenny. So this is Exaactly. I'm B. Warner. Any questions, please come and find me in the red dress later. Thank you.